Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. I have attracted 15 hot leads into my business, meaning they are ready to pull their debit or credit card out and buy for the last 7 years, strictly from social media with absolutely no advertising budget, meaning I did not pay a cent for these leads and did not have to cold message everyone and their mom to get these people to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm ready to buy your product. So if you are new here, I'm Tanya Johnson, and I've been working full-time from social media since 2016. I teach women how to balance all things marriage, motherhood, and business. So in light of keeping it very transparent, I will tell you, I literally just took an apron off. I was prepping a bunch of food for tomorrow. We have some teenagers coming over as part of one of our ministries. So we're having a big nacho bar. So I've got to do all the cooking, all the cleaning, everything to prep for that. We also have friends coming over tonight, and we're going to grill out a bunch of pork chops and baked potatoes and grilled corn and all the good things. And we're going to play some games and just have some fun with them. And then my daughter is sitting right over here within eyesight of me. So probably not 100% without earshot of you, and that's totally fine. And she is eating her lunch real quick, and then she's got some things that she's going to be doing while I'm videoing. So never am I going to come to you and talk about all the things that you can do when behind the scenes, I've got, a team of 50 people and a huge advertising budget and all the things that all the gurus have, but don't like to talk about. So I'm coming to you as a real mom that owns a real business and does all the real things completely on my own through social media. And I do not like to gatekeep. So then I turn around and share all the secrets with you guys. So by now you've probably done the math. I told you that I have been getting 15 hot leads every week into my business for the last 7 years. However, yes, I've actually been working on social media for 8 years. The first year, I kind of stumbled and just prayed and coasted, I guess you would say. I didn't have a clear plan. I did not know how to attract qualified buyers, which is why I tell people I've been working full time for 7 years. Because that first year, I don't know if I would call that running a successful business. I kind of would call that floundering because I had not hired a coach and really gotten serious about my business yet. But that's okay. Hindsight's 2020. The last 7 years have been amazing. When I finally realized the two things that I needed to be doing consistently to attract qualified buyers into my business, my mindset completely changed. I had gotten to the point where I dreaded like getting up and doing the action steps because I was just doing busy work. None of it was bringing a lot of money into my business. So when I realized what actually brought money in and I saw the results coming in, that's when I got really excited. The passion came back into my business, and I look forward to getting up and going to work every single day. And again, I've been looking forward to this for the last 7 years. So I can confidently tell you it is a lot easier to show up to work for yourself on social media every single day when what you're doing is actually producing the results that you're wanting to get. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, I don't know, I kind of don't think social media can like bring me good leads. Let me tell you a real life example. I was talking to a client just last week, and she was telling me that she actually wants to step back from social media because she feels like she has been putting some time into Instagram, but maybe not to her full ability. And she really just wants to attract established clientele. So immediately I was like, okay, let me go look at her pages, which I did. She has phenomenal products and services, but it became very, very clear that the reason she is not attracting that qualified buyer is because what she's marketing is not to the person that she wants to attract. She doesn't have any type of brand clarity. What she's doing right now is she basically is a high level content creator. And I say high level because, like, again, her stuff is really, really good. But what she's advertising is basically what you would advertise if you want to be a social media manager. Again, high level. So she's attracting those clients that want her to do all the work for them. What she wants to do is teach people how to grow their own social media and become a social media coach. So one little tweak, and we're going to get her attracting those qualified buyers to where she can stop doing all the work for them and step into her passion and her purpose, which is teaching. Or again, you can say coaching, but if you're a good coach, you're a good teacher. They go hand in hand. I have a teaching background. The teaching is what I've always called it, but I do understand a lot of people would rather be called coaches. I think she would rather be called a coach. She's going to step into that coaching era. Okay, so how do you, the person right now on the other side of the screen viewing this, how do you attract your perfect buyer on social media? You've got to do two things. The first thing is just have brand clarity. And I know that that sounds super, super complicated, but it's actually really simple. You need to have clarity in exactly who your audience is. And then you need to make sure that you're showing up on social media, that you're conveying that clearly to your audience so you can attract that specific person. Now, a lot of you are like my client, where her vibe was not attracting the people that she wanted it to because she was marketing to the completely wrong side of social media. Again, if you're wanting to attract people that want to learn how to do the thing, then you can't be marketing that you will do the thing for them in exchange for some money. Neither side is bad, by the way. Right now, I do run all of my own socials, but at some point, I probably will turn that over to an agency because it'll save me some time. So I'm not knocking on either side. I'm just saying you have to be clear with the side that you want to attract into your business. Now, again, that's if you are a social media coach, right? So not everyone is attracting either of those sides because it depends on what niche or what industry that you're in yourself. And that is usually what people realize when they come to me is they think they're going to come to me and they need to like completely overhaul their entire business. When in reality, I usually can look at their business. That's the gift that I have. I don't know why God decided to give that to me, but I can typically spend 10 to 15 minutes talking to you, pinpoint exactly what it is that you need to tweak. And it usually is just something really small that you need to tweak. When this client came to me, she wasn't coming to me saying, Tanya, I don't make any money. No one ever buys anything from me. She was coming to me as a very established business. She's right on the verge of being a six-figure business. She just wants me to help her get over that hump. And when I looked at her page, I didn't see a bunch of, things thrown up, no color scheme, no brand whatsoever. I saw a lot of really well put together marketing. It just was not to the exact audience that she was wanting to align with. So we're going to, again, tweak one little thing, and that's going to take your business to the next level. So don't think that if you feel like you're stuck, but you kind of feel like you're also doing the right things, that you can't come to me. A lot of my clients are doing all the right things and they're making a really good amount of money. They just want to like get over that hump to make a bigger good amount of money, if that makes sense. And by the way, that is something that I do completely for free. So if you're like, man, that really resonates with me, like I just need to tweak something is not working, but I don't exactly know what it is, reach out to me on social media, on Instagram at The Boss Mom Co. or on Facebook at Tanya Gray Johnson. I will sit and chat with you for 10 to 15 minutes. We just call that a brand clarity call, and it's not really a call. I typically do it over voice message and different things on social media. I'll look through your pages and I'll tell you exactly what you need to change in order to have that brand clarity and to step into your passion and into your purpose. So go ahead and reach out to me as soon as you are done with this training, and we will get you on the road to where you need to go. Now, I want to walk you through another client's brand journey that we just took this week, because I'm going to give you the steps that I had her take so you can sit here and do this at home. The whole point of me putting out those trainings are not just to advertise myself and my business and my. It's to provide value to you, the audience at home, who's watching this, hoping to make that little tweak in their own business. So she came to me as a brand new business owner. She has a jewelry business. And initially when she came to me, she told me that she wants to market to teen girls. She's a teen girl herself, almost to be a non-teenager. So she's just on that cusp of like being a college girl. So when she said she wanted to market to teens, I was like, okay, that's a pretty good, niche, because obviously you're just exiting that stage. So she wanted to market to teen/young women who want affordable jewelry. Now, that's not a bad brand. However, it's a very generic brand. And so my question to her is, okay, what can we do to make you stand out from everybody else that sells jewelry on social media? There's a lot of you guys, there's a lot of things to choose from. So if I come across your page, why would I stay on your page? Like, why would I identify myself as your target audience? We just went through a few very, very simple questions. And these are the questions that I would recommend going through yourself as well and kind of working backwards to identify who your brand is. So the first one is, what does my product or my service do for my audience? That could be a pain point that it's fixing, or it could be some amount of joy that you're bringing into their life. It doesn't always have to be a serious business like, oh, I'm going to fix your gut health, right? It could be something as simple as, I'm going to give you confidence by giving you a really awesome piece of jewelry. So the three things we talked about with her is her jewelry is affordable, which again, that's not every jewelry company out there. It is made with clay. So that's pretty unique. I actually had to look up and kind of see what those types of businesses sold, because I didn't have a clear picture in my head what a clay jewelry business would look like. She does custom, unique pieces. So you're not just wearing what everyone else is wearing, like you're wearing unique pieces that were made specifically for you. And it's fun. Her pieces are very fun. They just bring you a lot of joy. I'm actually ordering a pair of earrings from her because I do love to teach. I love everything about teaching. So I want a cute little pair of like teacher earrings. So she is going to work on those for me. And I'm going to use that not only to like give myself joy because I like them, but to also promote her business when I'm doing videos and I'm doing different things, because why not? Like, why not help other women who are growing their business when it's not taking anything away from mine? And you'll notice that I do that quite a bit on my videos, but also on social media. I'm constantly promoting other people's businesses. People are constantly sending me things in hopes that I'll turn around and promote it on my social media page, and I absolutely do. If you've ever sent me something that is from your small business, there's almost a guarantee that I'm going to share it on my social media page and drive some of my followers to you. Because again, I'm all about women helping women when it comes to building the business. So then the second thing we looked at is, what do you want to be known for? And what she wants to be known for is clay jewelry. Now I asked her, because right now she primarily makes earrings. So I asked her, I said, are you wanting to just make earrings or are you wanting to make other things? And she said she wanted to make other things. So we did not want to niche down her brand so much that it did not leave room for other jewelry in the future. And the same thing with the medium that she uses. Right now, she uses mainly clay, but she does like to use other things. So we're not going to brand her as a clay earring company. Instead, we're going to brand her as a jewelry company. But because she does do so much work with clay right now, we did go do our market research with other clay jewelry companies, because that's who she's marketing to at this point. She's going to market to the people who want clay earrings. And then she'll be able to piggyback off of that when she starts making necklaces or introduces wire earrings or whatever other medium that she wants. She already has a pool of people who like her work that could also be interested in a different type of earring or a different type of jewelry. And by the way, market research is just a fancy way of saying we went to social media, some of these clay jewelry pages, and we asked ourselves two questions. So back up just a couple of seconds. The questions we're going to ask, the first one is going to be, what does my product or service provide to my audience? The second one is going to be, what do I want to be known for? Like, what do I want to be an expert in? What do I want people to think of when they think of my business or my name? And then the last two questions have to do with our competition. So the first one is, what are they doing better than I am? That could be anything. It could be how they're marketing. It could be something they're actually doing in their business. Now, this client has a brand new company, so she's just now starting her social media pages. So it's a given that their pages are going to be more polished and put together than hers are. We're not looking at stuff that she's not even doing yet. What we are looking at is the actual business model for this one. And one thing we found, a lot of clay jewelry companies have collections or lines. And so what we talked about is having several different lines. She's going to have clay earrings, but then she's going to have several different lines of those. So we talked about having a teacher line, having a sports line, having a mommy and me line, a holiday line, and different things like that. So being able to look at what the competition is doing and that they're doing really, really well and that's working for them is going to allow you to tweak your business just a little bit to where you can also attract the type of audience that they're attracting that we know are already qualified buyers. Now, the second question we're going to ask once we start doing that market research is, what am I doing better than them? Like, what sets me apart from the competition? Now, again, brand new company. So not a lot is setting her apart yet. And that's okay. If you're watching this and you're like, Tanya, nothing sets me apart. They're doing everything better than me. That's fine. You're brand new. Like, this is not to make you feel bad about yourself. This is something that I would actually suggest doing once every quarter or once every 6 months. Take 30 minutes, do an inventory on your business, check some other companies that are in your market, in your niche, and see, okay, what's working for them? What are they doing better that I could add one more thing to my business? And what am I standing out at this point? Because 6 months, a year down the road, you should have something clearly that sets you apart from them if you are following on the track to becoming a successful business. So for her, she doesn't have a name for her business. Well, she didn't. She does now because this happened yesterday. So she did not have a name for her business. So we were playing around with different things. And I told her, I said, all these people, all these companies have very generic names like Clay Creations. And by the way, if you know who that is, if you look her up, she's amazing work. However, her name is very generic. It's not something that's just going to like pop out at you. So by playing around with her name and some different things, you know, that have to do with her name, she looked at me, she's like, what about Jasmine-esque? And I was like, okay, like I didn't love it at first because I didn't really know what it was. I was like, what is like, does it mean something? She goes, I don't know, it just sounds pretty. I was like, okay, well, esque means something. Let's look up and see what that means. And what it means is the essence of something or the likeness of something. And so Jasmine-esque, she likes making jewelry that fits her personality. It has the likeness of Jasmine. And so Jasmine-esque jewelry is jewelry that fits your personality. And so that is something that's going to set her apart from a lot of companies out there because she has a name that not only is unique to her, it means what her business is doing. Like rarely do you get a brand name that has anything to do with the actual like purpose of your business and it makes sense. Her whole goal is to make pieces of jewelry that fit your style and your personality. But then she has a really cool backstory that she can share on websites and on social media and when she's doing interviews with different people that is going to help those people remember what her business name is. Not hard to remember Jasmine-esque jewelry when I give you the entire backstory of why she made her name like that. So right now, her name is a huge selling point for her business because people are going to remember it. Now, like I said, if brand clarity is something that you still struggle with after going through those 4 questions, it's perfectly normal. A lot of people struggle with it. It's a lot easier to see from the outside looking in than when you're the one sitting there at the business. Go ahead and reach out to me on social media. I will do a free 10 to 15 brand clarity session with you, and we'll get you reaping the results from the work that you're already putting in. So number 1, you have to have brand clarity. Number 2 is you have to have really good lead magnets. Now, a lead magnet is just something that you're giving away for free that adds value to your audience. So people typically are not going to buy from you the first time that they see your face. They're not going to buy from you the first time they stumble across your social media page. They're definitely not going to buy from you if the only interaction you have with them is constantly following up and bugging them to buy from you, right? They're going to block you, or they're just going to politely say, hey, no, thank you. Please, don't bother me again. So what I have taught all of my clients to do is build an email list. Now you might be thinking, well, Tanya, you've been building an email list for 55 years. Okay, that's awesome. You know how many business leaders do not build an email list, especially the ones who are building on social media? So what we're going to do is we're going to build an email list, and a giveaway or a lead magnet is just something you can give somebody for free in exchange for their email list. And then what we're going to do is we're going to nurture that email list with an email nurturing system to where you're constantly going to be giving them little pieces of free value until they like, know, and trust you. And that's when they're going to become not only a customer, but a long-term customer. And the reason that this system works so well is because on social media, everyone and their mom is selling something. So you coming to a stranger trying to pitch and sell them something, I'm not saying that's a bad idea. I'm saying they're usually not going to buy it first time because they're looking at you saying, okay, you're selling something like everybody is. How do I know that what you have is worth it when I wasted my money with so-and-so 6 months ago? So they're going to be a little bit leery, and that's okay. I would be a little bit skeptical. That's just the world that we live in where everyone is selling something. So by you giving them something for free that has value, it allows them to see, man, if she's going to put that much work into something that I'm not even giving her any money for, then I know she's going to do 10 times better with something I'm paying her for. So it really creates confidence in your buyer's mind before they actually buy anything from you. Now, having said that, that means that you have to deliver. That means that your freebie has to be really good. Then that means that your product has to be 10 times better. You cannot give people a crappy lead magnet and then a crappy product and expect them to be a happy customer, let alone a long-term customer. This is something that has happened a lot in my business, but the one that sticks out the most recent is a client that I had from a few months ago. We got on a Zoom call. We did her first session, which was basically helping her niche down, helping her brand, and then just talking a little bit about lead magnets. And I did a social media audit for her. So I combed through her socials, told her what I would tweak, what I would change, and what I would completely get rid of. And she gets on this call with me and she's like, man, before we even got on this call, you did more for me than any other business coach that I've ever hired. I was like, oh, I get that a lot. Thank you so much. It's a huge compliment. She's like, yeah, I was telling my husband you were doing my social media audit. And then what I do with the social media audit is I record everything. So I send it to them. So not only am I just telling them like, hey, this is what I would change, they get to see it in real time, like what it should look like, what they should add into it, compare it to other people in their niche, that kind of stuff. She goes, I'm showing it to my husband, and he goes, why have none of these other business coaches done that for you? Like, that should be the first thing that they do. Why has no one done that for you? And my client's like, I don't know. I didn't know that that was something that was supposed to happen. I told her, I said, yes, you should always get way more than what you pay for when you hire someone like a business coach, where all you're doing is paying them for their time. If they are not willing to like show up and go above and beyond, they are not worth you paying them in exchange for some of their time. So that's the feeling that I strive for with every single client. I strive for the compliment of, wow, you've done way more than anyone else that I've ever hired. That is what you should strive for in your business. You should strive to be that person that your client or your customer knows you're going to go above and beyond every single time in every single service and every single product that you deliver. So again, I'm going to show you real life examples with those two clients I just told you about. The first one being the social media coach and the second one being the jewelry business owner. But first, I want to point it out. Most of you already got this, but just in case you are not following along, my freebie that I'm delivering for you in this training is that free 15-minute brand clarity session. So keep that in mind. A lot of you are super excited about that, and you are just waiting to get off of here and go message me. And I love that. But that is how the system works. If I came to you and said, hey, I think you should buy my coaching package, and this is the first time you're seeing me, you're probably going to be like, I don't really want to spend that much money. I don't even know if you're going to deliver what you're saying you're going to deliver. But you got real excited about the freebie. And that's kind of going to be your test on, okay, does this chick even know what she's talking about? And if she doesn't, okay, I'm out 15 minutes. I didn't pay anything for it anyways. And that's a very normal response. So you feeling that, just remember your customers are also going to feel that. They're going to feel, okay, how can I test this person and make sure I actually want to give her my business? Now, the second freebie that I have for you is over on the blog. So if you go down into the description section, you're going to find the show notes. And just click on that. It'll flip you over to the blog, which is where all the show notes are listed. I've got extra free trainings for you over there. And I also have a brand worksheet. So this is something that goes a little bit more into depth with the branding. So a little bit more of what we just talked about, but it's in a notebook form. So you can print that off. It's totally for free. And you can, again, work through your own brand clarity strategy before you decide if you're wanting me to go through it with you. And by the way, if you want to skip that step and you're like, I kind of just want you to do it, fine, message me. You don't have to download that. I'm just telling you because I know someone's watching this, going to be like, I don't really want to like go have a conversation with this chick right now. I kind of just want to figure it out on my own. That's awesome. I am just like you. It took me a long time to reach out to my coach. Go ahead and silently go grab that branding worksheet and you can work it out yourself. And I wish you the best of luck. And then if you decide you still want to come and have a conversation with me, heck yeah, let's get it going. So client number one, she wants to attract clients who want to learn how to run their own social media pages. So the freebie that she has, and I did not help her with this. This is something she already had in place. Remember, I told you she has like all the systems, all the cool things already set up. I'm just helping her, tweaking her brand a little bit. She has a free ebook on basically social media strategies and like how to build your social media page. That aligns perfectly with the buyer that she's trying to attract, which are people who want to learn to run their own social media pages. So that is a perfect example of a lead magnet that she's going to create an email list from of hot leads who are ready to pull their debit or credit card out and buy from her. Now, client number two, again, very, very new. We've not even talked about lead magnets yet because we're not at that stage in her journey, but we're going to talk about them because she needs to build an email list. And especially right now, she's only building on social media. She doesn't have a website or anything yet. So she doubly needs to have an email list of people she can blast out when a new line launches, when a product goes on sale, when she is clearing out inventory. And so everything is going for a fraction of the cost. Posting on social media is awesome, but the way that the algorithm works, not everyone on her list is going to see that. Having it on an actual email list, sending that email blast out, everyone will automatically see it. So that is something to keep in mind as well. You can reach a lot larger group of people by building an email list than you can just by posting on social media because not everyone on your page is going to see every post. Now, I have 3 ideas for lead magnets for her in her jewelry business. The first one is going to target the people who already want to buy jewelry from her and just haven't yet. So they just need that extra little bit of a nudge. So what we're going to do is we're going to offer 15, 10, 20% off. It'll be her choice, but a percentage off of their first order. So what that's going to look like, because again, everything's on social media right now, is she's going to put a post up saying, hey, I'm offering 15% off of your first order. All you have to do is click this link, put in your email, and you'll automatically get sent a coupon code. Super, super simple, super easy, but it's only going to reach the people who already want to buy from her, right? Now, if she had a website, I would offer that as a pop-up as well. I wouldn't just do it on social media. I'd also put it as a pop-up on the website. The second lead magnet that I'm going to suggest that she build or that she work on is going to be for the people in her audience that are at least somewhat interested. They may not have bought yet. They may not be ready to buy, so they're not going to get that coupon code, but they want to see the lines that she's launching. Because one thing we're going to do is create a lot of hype around these future lines that she's working on. So the way we're going to capture their email is we're going to create a lookbook for the upcoming spring line is probably what I'll suggest starting with, because right now that's what we're going into. So she is going to take some pictures of some of the spring earrings she's working on. We're going to put it together in a cute little lookbook or like a little online catalog. When people enter in their email, they're going to get sent the catalog. It's going to look very professional. And it's just another way to showcase what she is working on and what is coming while in return getting their email. And then what's going to happen is when that line is finished, she's going to send an email to everyone that got that lookbook. Hey, the line is live right now. The first 10 people are going to get, buy one, get one half off, or the first 10 people are going to get a free pair of whatever earrings that she already has. Maybe she has extra inventory of. The first 10 people that order one of the new sets is going to get one of these whatever sets completely for free. And maybe it's something that she needs to clear inventory out of, or maybe it's just a really simple, small little set of earrings that she can make in a few minutes and don't cost her much money for materials that she can send out with that order. And again, that's just kind of bouncing ideas off, but that's what that would look like. The third lead magnet that I'm going to suggest creating will capture everyone's email address. This is for the people that are not ready to order yet, not super interested, like they're not going to get that lookbook because they're not even that far into the buyer journey, but they do like jewelry. We're going to create a jewelry style guide. So this is going to tell people, okay, for your shape of face, what kind of earrings look good on you? How long, how big, how wide? For whatever neckline you're wearing to your next event, what style of necklace should you be wearing? How long should it be? I don't know a lot about jewelry. She does. We're going to do some market research around this, but that is something that everyone who likes jewelry is going to download. So now every time she releases a new line, has a sale, has whatever she's doing, she can blast that email list of people who already like jewelry, and maybe whatever she's launching, they'll be ready to buy because she's been adding value to them at this point. And now she's offering them something that happens to be the right fit for them. They have no hesitancy to buy from her because now they already like, know, and trust her, and they're willing to support her business. Now, I'm going to leave you with a couple action steps because I like to do that at the end of my training videos. But first, I want to tell you, if you found value in this, please go ahead and share it out to your own social media pages. You can do that by clicking the share button, or you can copy the link and go over and post it. Tag us at the Boss Mom Co. And then when you're creating your own giveaways, feel free to tag us. When you post a freebie saying, hey, put your email address in, whatever it is that you're offering, go ahead and in the comment section say, hey, at the Boss Mom Co., this is a lead magnet that I just created. And what I'll do is I will share that out to my community for you. So again, I'm all about helping women build their business. So what I'll do is I'll go over to social media on that tag that you tagged me at, and I'll share it with my audience to drive them over to you. So if you would not mind sharing this out, we have built a really awesome community of mompreneurs over here at the Boss Mom Co. So I really like getting to see who I am adding value to, and then in return, how I can add more value from your page. Now, here are your 3 action steps that I'm going to leave you with today. The first one is, as soon as we are done here, go over and message me on the Boss Mom Co. and I'm going to set you up with that 15-minute free brand clarity session. The second action step that I want you to do is go ahead and flip over to the show notes. Remember, they are down in the description area. Get that brand workbook, go ahead and download that, print that out, start working through it yourself. And then also access the other free trainings that I have over there that have to do with branding and lead magnets and all things to do with building your business. And then the third action step I want to leave you with is start building a really good lead magnet for your own business. And then, like I said, once you post it and you're done with it, tag us at the Boss Mom Co. and we will help get that out to a larger audience. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in. I know that your time is valuable and not take it lightly that you choose to spend your minutes tuning into this channel. Again, I'm Tanya Johnson. I bring you all things marriage, motherhood, and business. And I hope you have an awesome rest of your week.